Now, God created the world in 6 days, but didn't have a legacy environment to support. Web 2 has been in development for 25 years, and we're now at a transition to a new technology stack, governance model, and process architecture that makes up Web 3. However, we're likely to live in a Web 2 environment for some time, and the change will be incremental and gradual as we shift to a Web 3 tech stack.
Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another CYPRX video banger. In today's video, as we wrap up 2023, we stand at a pivotal juncture in the digital asset landscape as we are approaching 2024. Unlike previous bull market cycles that have been driven by hype and speculation, we are on the cusp of a transformative era centered around utility and practical applications.
And so I think that the speculative wave that we have seen surrounding crypto is hopefully coming to an end. And what we're going to see is finally the opportunity for crypto to prove itself as an application that makes sense and solves business problems and adds value and provides a good customer experience.
What can you advise to the people in the room to what are best practices here?
I think it will be use case driven. So I think there will be asset classes where legacy infrastructure will just continue to function as well as it does right now and will just continue to be used. And only those will survive, and only those will be able to, introduce new forms of trading, new forms of capital markets infrastructure that still have the customer and the trader in mind.
I think of the many things that we hear about crypto space and new technologies, it's always a lot about, hyping a coin, hyping a new chain, hyping something that technologically might be truly, magic, but at the same time, it's important to actually hype the use case. And that's going to be the theme of what I think is most relevant, because
the imminent shift signals a departure from a mere market valuation to a focus on digital assets that align with institutional business models and adhere to regulatory standards. This marks a critical moment to engage in comprehensive research, things that we've been attempting to tell you all on the CYPRX YouTube page for the past 2 years now, identifying digital assets that not only deliver real-world value, but also exhibit things like scalability, authentic use cases, and high throughput.
So I do believe this is hopefully the beginning of a new phase for crypto, where the attention is going to turn from speculation to really solving problems that ultimately make things better for us.
World of tokenization, and I think still there is a kind of crypto winter, but the smart guys are now looking what to do next and to use the time where the hype is going on, but it has slowed down to some extent. But the smart guys are really looking for the use cases, preparing them.
You suddenly have solutions. When you start looking at it from this new world, and don't think about migrating old to new, but think of a new solution on the new world, you begin to see possibilities. And what's the use case, you would ask? I mean, yeah, we've got LCs, and we're going to change all our systems? No. The use case is deep geofinance.
So what we conclude in the report is that the near-term engagement by financial market participants, is not about the right public or private blockchain. It's about the right business network ecosystem and use case to gain experience and develop assets that will lead to accelerated adoption as the market matures, and doing so in a regulatory permissible way.
As large institutions seek assets that integrate seamlessly with their operations, the emphasis on genuine utility and regulatory compliance becomes paramount. Now, this is the opportune time to dive into a thorough examination of digital assets that demonstrate tangible contributions to the real world and possess the potential for substantial growth in the future moving forward.
And then I would say we really need to start finding real use cases. And I do believe that there are some very promising use cases there. Think about cross-border payments, or think about, like we talked about earlier, some application of payments that allow creators to take advantage of full-on transactions on the sales of digital goods.
If I have to make a prediction, I think there will be some market consolidation. Because with all these compliance requirements, not everyone can afford it. For those of you that's worked in banking before, it's a huge compliance undertaking to fulfill all these rules. So I think you'll see a lot of the platforms that are very cowboy exit the market, but the ones that are very determined to stay, they will make it. They are the guys that are applying for licenses in multiple jurisdictions. So I think there's a lot of investment into blockchain infrastructure. So these are not the fluffy projects that's trying to sell you a picture of a monkey for a lot of money, right? These are actually builders that are looking at layer 2 solutions, scalability solutions, interoperability solutions, security, data. These are all things that you need to run a blockchain. So that's very meaningful, and it's very fitting that people are building through a bear cycle, because there's a lot less noise about whether your project is very valuable and you're able to raise a lot of money. It's just about building something that has utility and has, actual use to it. Has utility and has, actual use to it.
With that being said, I hope that you all have an immaculate 2024 ahead of you all. Many blessings to each and every single individual that supported CYPRX all throughout 2023. I appreciate each and every single one of you all. With all of that information in mind, along with those video clips, if you enjoyed that video breakdown, smash that thumbs up button as always, and make sure that you're subscribed, so that way, as we head into 2024, you don't miss any further video breakdowns. We have a massive, monumental year ahead of us. I hope that you all prepared, did your due diligence, and did your research as to what digital assets could potentially survive in the future moving forward. I know here at CYPRX we did. With that being said, be cognizant, be aware out there, and I will see you all in the next video breakdown.